Hey everybody, how's it going? Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com. Welcome to NoDQ&A video, a special post-Raw edition of NoDQ&A video going up very late Monday night. Most of you will probably be watching Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon whenever you watch NoDQ&A video. Got your questions here from twitter.com/AaronRift, a very eventful edition of Raw, so there's no shortage of questions and topics here. Let's get started. Today will mostly be focused on the big angle that happened on Raw with Roman Reigns. First question here comes from Brett Frederick. They've booked Roman Reigns better these last two nights than the past few months. Your thoughts on Raw and Vince McMahon returning? I definitely agree. As I noted on the review video for TLC, I felt that WWE booking Roman Reigns like Stone Cold Steve Austin is much better than booking Roman Reigns like John Cena or Daniel Bryan. Roman Reigns should be portrayed as a badass Samoan who goes out there, says few words, and beats up people. That is what works best for his character. Trying to make him an underdog does not work. Trying to make him a comedy character like John Cena who goes out there and tells jokes, that does not work. You just let him go out there and beat people up and do his thing. And it worked. It worked at TLC and it worked at Raw. The people were cheering for Roman Reigns on Raw, and they popped big for Roman Reigns becoming the new WWE champion. In my opinion, Raw was a home run. The best episode of Raw WWE has produced in a very long time, perhaps the entire year of 2015. Finally, they are starting to get it right with Roman Reigns. And that opening segment with Roman Reigns and Stephanie, they kept it short and sweet. It didn't drag on for 15-20 minutes. Reigns did not talk too long or start talking about tater tots or Jack and the Beanstalk. It was straight to the point. I thought it was great. I thought the entire show was great for the most part. Very entertaining Raw, and it feels like WWE is finally getting things together here and shaking things up a little bit. The first title change on Monday Night Raw for the WWE title in a very long time. I'm not even sure. Maybe somebody out there can comment on YouTube when the last time there was a WWE World title change on Monday Night Raw. It's been a very long time. So it was a historic show. For once, it was a Raw you could not miss. And if you did miss it, you need to check it out. One of the most eventful Raws in a very long time. And as far as Vince returning goes, it usually happens. I mean, it's no real surprise. When the ratings go down, there's always the Mr. McMahon character that WWE can rely on. And Vince was great. I mean, even at 70 years old, Vince was tremendous out there and put on a really strong performance. And maybe his attitude is, if nobody else can do it right, I have to do it right myself. Vince's attitude is, he can get Roman Reigns over if nobody else can. So there you go. And I got this question here from Beast Slayer. Why did WWE choose to have Roman win the title now in Philadelphia of all places? I doubt that WWE had this planned long term to have the title change right here on Raw. My guess, it was probably due to the ratings being down, and rather than have Roman Reigns win at TLC, have the title change take place on Raw before a larger audience and try and get some viewers back from Monday Night Raw. To me, that makes the most sense. I even talked about this in previous videos. It's okay every once in a while. You know, somebody asked me why WWE doesn't do title changes, and I get the idea that you do not want to give away too many title changes on free television. You want to save them for pay-per-views for the most part. But it's been so long since we've seen a WWE title change on Raw that I thought that this was a great move. I thought this was the perfect way to have Roman Reigns win the WWE title, his back against the wall, his career on the line, even though nobody really believes the firing stipulation. Still, his back was against the wall. It was do or die. As I talked about in a previous video, it's shit or get off the can, and Roman Reigns has finally won the WWE title with a little bit of momentum behind him. He got fan support at the pay-per-view, and he had fan support at Raw. And strangely enough, in Philadelphia, where he got booed out of the building at the Royal Rumble almost a year ago. So quite ironic that he would come back to Philadelphia and win the WWE title. And I got this question here from Jeff and Stuff. If Stone Cold Roman Reigns doesn't work out, what else do you see WWE trying to do with his character to get him over? Well, they have Vince McMahon out there now. They have this storyline with Triple H and Roman Reigns, which is almost certainly leading to a match either at the Royal Rumble or perhaps they'll drag it out to WrestleMania, Roman Reigns versus Triple H at WrestleMania. That's a possibility, but I'm starting to think now it's going to be Reigns versus Lesnar, a rematch from last year's WrestleMania, WrestleMania 31. But we'll see what happens. I think in order to keep the momentum going, you need to do what I said earlier. Just have him go out there and beat people up. Do not have him talk a lot. Do not give him lame comedy and have him talk about fairy tales and Jack and the Beanstalk and all that stuff and tater tots. Just let him go out there and be a Samoan badass. That is the best chance of him staying over with the fans and people not resenting him too much. Alright, this one comes from the Anime Fans. Is the reason Vince was put into Roman's storyline due to poor ratings? I think part of it was that, no doubt. When ratings have gone down in the past, Vince would make a return to television and ratings would almost certainly go up. Now, time will tell. I mean, we'll find out Tuesday afternoon if it helped at all. I mean, it would have been better if it was announced in advance, but I will say that with this era, you have social media, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, and word of mouth can spread very quickly. So it'll be a test. It'll be interesting to see what the rating is. If the rating is up significantly, I think that that's an indication that social media can make a difference with television viewership because you have people spreading word of mouth very quickly. If the rating does not go up, then that's a sign you need to still announce things in advance and build up storylines and get people invested in tuning in week to week and getting them in the habit of tuning in week to week. And I'm sure part of it, the idea of bringing Vince back was also to get Roman Reigns over and get this storyline over, because with Triple H gone, I mean, logically, one would think that Vince would step in and do something to help out his fallen son-in-law and come out and get in Roman Reigns' face and threaten to fire him and all that stuff. Alright, this one comes from Daniel Davis. Hey Aaron, do you agree that Triple H is underrated putting over talent? The crowd was actually chanting, "Thank you, Roman." Definitely, Triple H deserves a lot of credit. I mean, he really went all the way at the TLC pay-per-view. He was selling like crazy. He was selling like he was being killed by Roman Reigns. And there was one chair shot in particular. Roman Reigns hit him in the back with the chair, and Triple H just jumped up as high as he could to sell the chair shot. He did everything he could to make Roman Reigns look like this ultimate Superman. Stephanie did too, the way she was selling and reacting to Triple H getting beat up, and Vince, all of them. I mean, everyone tried their absolute hardest to get people to cheer for Roman Reigns. It worked at TLC, it worked at Raw, and time will tell if WWE can continue to portray Roman Reigns in a way that fans will accept. It remains to be seen. They could easily screw it up. I mean, who knows? At the Royal Rumble, he might get booed out of the building again. That depends on what they do with him. If they try to have him go out there and do the John Cena comedy, then there's a good chance fans are going to turn on him again. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think what they have to do is just keep it simple, and he should be more like Goldberg and Steve Austin and less like John Cena. That's just my opinion. Alright, this one comes from James Carey. So I'm watching Raw. It's a great show, and then it's gone. What do you think of this Divas storyline? Answer in video if you want. It did kind of go downhill a little bit in the third hour. I wasn't crazy about that New Day segment because it didn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm not sure if that was a New Day face turn or what the deal was, what the segment was trying to accomplish. And then you had the Divas match. I actually did not mind the Divas match. I like the fact that they actually have a storyline. You had Ric Flair interfering, grabbing Alicia Fox's leg, and Becky Lynch is not aware of this. She gets the win, and then they all celebrate, and she doesn't know that Ric Flair's cheating. So I actually do like the fact that they have some kind of storyline here. It's better than nothing. It's better than what they've been doing in previous weeks. It's a step in the right direction. So even the weak segments on Raw, I still thought were good. And overall, definitely one of the best Raws in a long time. Alright, that'll wrap it up for this edition of No DQ&A video. It's late, so I will answer more of your questions coming up later this week. You can send in your questions to twitter.com/AaronRift. Questions about TLC, the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania even. Make sure you stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the latest breaking news and rumors regarding TLC and the Slammy Awards and the Royal Rumble as well. Make sure you vote in the 2015 NoDQ.com Year-End Awards. There are still more polls to come, and you can vote for the polls that are already up on the site. Superstar of the Year, Female of the Year, which has been very heated. Sasha Banks was winning the poll, and then a bunch of Nikki Bella fans campaigned on Tumblr and Twitter. And now Nikki Bella is winning the poll. So for all you NXT fans out there that are not happy about Nikki Bella's push, you better go on NoDQ.com and vote for Sasha Banks. But you can vote for whoever you want. That's what's so great about the NoDQ.com Year-End Awards. The fans get to decide who wins the polls. So check it out. Check out NoDQ.com for the very latest, and I will see you guys next time.